What's up, everyone? Today we'll talk about wiring up a switch. So you need power, of course, to your switch box, which I'll put in a minute. This is what's called our switch leg. So you can see the wire comes out of the box, goes up here and into the light, just kind of loose. So you have your switch leg right at hot, neutral, ground. Then we'll put in our power. So now we still have a hot, neutral, and a ground. So first we'll want to pigtail our grounds. Because the switch only has one ground, we have two in the box. So we got to figure out a way to turn two into one. So you'll get your other ground, put it next to this ground, twist them up. You always twist your wires. You are making the connection. The wire nut is holding the connection. See, I can let go. It'll stay how it is. Now we'll put a wire nut on that. Now the neutrals in a switch box, they always get tied together in the back of the box, typically. So we got our two neutrals. So we'll strip those. Tight on there. Strip those. Then we'll twist those together. Okay. See if I can back you up a little bit. Okay. So we twist those together. Wire nut. Now, since we're at this spot, we can just tuck them into the back of the box. Always do a nice fold. Fold them nicely so they stay out of the way. Fold them nicely. And when we're talking about length, you need 6 inches from the back of the box. I always just I tuck the wire to the back of the box, grab it with my hand, snip it. Now we'll put a hook on everything. A little wire, hook it, strip the black from your switch leg, and then hook it. Black from your power. Hook it. Okay. So we got our two hooks, one power, one switch leg, and your ground. Now you find yourself a switch. This is a 3-way switch, which will help me go over the 3-way video I'll do shortly. So our green screw is the ground. So let's put our ground around that screw. Hit it with the drill. You can always double check it, the screwdriver, but there comes a point where you just know when it's good. Now, black screw, in this case, it's going to the power. If it was a regular switch, they'd both be gold, and it doesn't really matter per se which one goes on which screw for it to function. But for this case, we're putting power on the black, on the bottom, and hit it with the drill. Switch leg, black, on the top screw. Hit it with the drill. Push it in. Mind your fold. You don't want anything touching back there. So I always get my thumb, push it in there. You know, maybe a finger if I need to, which you can see kind of back here. Get that in there nice and easy so we're not just shoving things in boxes. Oh, and you want to get all your screws in if you have any extras. So, get that lined up with the box. And you always want to push your device in before you start screwing it down, because what will happen is you can strip out your box. So you want to push it up against, push the device up against the box, and then screw it in. Okay, now we'll hook up power and see if she works. What do you know? Works. Alright, next I'll do a video on the three-way.